Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
The future.
Hola, Kenneth. Sorry. I saw only your photo all the time. That is the reason because I don't say hello.
Yeah, Lambert must be running a bit late.
Yes. Maybe it's in a train, traveling somewhere.
No, I think he's here, but he's in the UK. He'll be with us soon,
Okay.
no doubt. He'll be with us soon.
Who?
Hey, it's here.
Yeah, I was here. I just
Welcome.
finishing another call. I've been working very hard in between the last two between the last meeting and this one, and I think we're live. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm very offended. I had yes, we're live. Thank you, Rebecca. We are live. Good to see you all. I'm Lembit Opik, the chair of the Parliament of Asgardia, the world's first space nation, and the world's first fully functioning digital democracy. Those are huge achievements. And we've been here for almost a decade now, and we are the most experienced parliamentary democracy, online parliamentary democracy in human history. Our mission is to create the first permanent human space habitation. In other words, people actually living there, being born, working and dying in space. And that means also, by definition, that we will have the first responsible birth in space too, or we will help that happen. What you're watching is an informal weekly session, which is designed to ensure we're all working on the right things at the right speed. Let me, as always, start with information, and then I'll ask Peter Morn, the deputy chair, to make comments. I won't repeat what happened in the meeting of the committee chairs, which has just finished, because Peter can summarise that. We've got 5 things to cover. First of all, our next digital sitting of Parliament, one of 4 we have every year, is 26th to 28th September. So please do attend that. You're really expected to attend that if you're a member of Parliament. So I hope that you will all attend. It starts at 1700 UTC on day 1, 1000 UTC day 2, and then 1500 UTC on day 3. I'll just check the opening times. I've been so busy I could get the timings wrong. But it's those 3 days. And what we're doing is, as always, we are making sure that the work that we're doing is actually the work that we need to be doing. And most important of it all is we actually make serious progress by coming together and discussing these matters in a logical way. Day 2, my mistake, sorry, it's 1300 UTC on day 2. Day 1, we start at 1700. Day 2, 1300. Day 3, 1500, all UTC. 4 new pieces of legislation are coming up, to also other matters such as the government hour and some procedural matters as well. And we will have 4 languages represented: English, Russian, Spanish, Turkish. I hope to add 2 more this year or next year, we'll see. And then we will have half of the languages in the translation system. It's a really good system. It's designed to be simultaneous. At the beginning, everyone had to listen to all the translations, but we save so much time. We usually finish early. And it's a fantastically professional system. 2nd of 5. Before that, on the 20th of September at 1100 UTC, we have the Asgardia Legislative Forum. That is the pre-meeting to the digital sitting. And we will talk about the legislation in that. It's a 2-hour meeting, quite short, because we also have to do something else on that day. So please make sure you can attend the ALF, the Asgardia Legislative Forum. It's not mandatory, but it helps if you come. It saves time on the digital sitting. 3rd of 5, at 1 o'clock, 1300 UTC, we shift to the other part of the day on the 20th of September. From 1300 to 2100, from 1300 to, can't remember exactly when, we've got the Prime Directive Convention. This is about really leading the world on discussing how we would interact with non-Earth life when we meet it, if and when we meet it. No one's really seriously thought about it. A lot of science fiction has been written about it and a lot of films made about it. But this is the beginning of a mature dialogue, helping us to try to imagine the unimaginable. Unimaginable because we don't know what life is going to be out there. We don't know how intelligent it is. We don't know what it looks like. But we need to make a start, because if you believe there is life elsewhere in the universe, as long as humans don't destroy themselves in an unforgivable act of neglect, then we'll meet it. So that's a big deal on the 20th as well. There's 2 things on the 20th. So it's quite a busy month, really. 4 of 5 things. Everything is ready for the Asgardia Executive Congress now. And all 12 of your chairs are attending, together with government ministers and others. That's on the 29th of October, 2026. 26 weeks away, really quite soon. I'm looking forward to that very much. Looking forward to meeting colleagues I haven't met before, as well as others who I've met before. And the 5th thing is a bit of good news about a highway to space. Dan Profeer, who's a government minister, has been creating a series. He's got 30 or 40 episodes already completed. We've agreed to broadcast them on the station I'm involved with called Unprecedented TV. That should get tens of thousands of more views. They are not all about Asgardia, but they are all about space. So you will be able to see Highway to Space on Unprecedented TV, and that should start next week. So that's really exciting as well. Those are my points. Peter, over to you.
Thank you, Chairman. We had a relatively short chairs of committee meeting tonight, but to give you a flavour of how excited everybody's getting about the things we're discussing, principally we were chatting about the Executive Congress, but it did become a chat, and where the protocol is, if you want to speak, you put your hand up electronically, and then you're called upon to speak. Tonight, we got into what actually was a very successful discussion where everyone was just pitching in, and it worked very well. And as chair, I didn't have to intervene, didn't need to. It was wonderful. The excitement, the enthusiasm, and the sheer love of Asgardia is just amazing. Then it's measured in that meeting with all of our chairs who give up their extra time to chair their committees. There wasn't a lot of new stuff from committees, but we had Luca there tonight who can't always get, and his contributions are always top class. And we had a number of our other chairs who we always look forward to hearing from. But we didn't really do an awful lot of business, except we laid the ground for the business we were discussing at the ALF and later at the next legislative session. But it's really good when you can come, when you're a chair of a committee. It's wonderful to bring the views of your committee and we share them. It's a sort of a micro meeting of this meeting, which we then spread the information further. But a lot of excitement, again, as I said, about the Executive Congress. Everybody very excited about meeting head of nation. I mean, I've met the head of nation, but meeting him again is going to be great. And I know that there's a lot of excitement among the other committee chairs who are relatively new, who are all desperately looking forward to meeting me. So that's fair enough. And I'm in serious tones though, to meet each other. It's a great, great event, and it will help us in Asgardia to go forward again. And that's the only purpose for us being there. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lembert, who leads us, even though he's not supposed to be chairing it. He does really half the time. And and thank you for everyone for taking part. That's it, Lembert.
Thanks, Peter. It was a good meeting, actually. Very action-orientated, which reflects where we should be going. Right, that's all I really had today. But let me open if there's anybody else who'd like to raise something. I should also tell you, I've been talking to a lot of parliamentarians this week because I have been preparing all the work for the digital sitting and all the work for the Congress. So many of the conversations that normally happen here have already happened. And so we may not have much to say now because I've spoken to so many of you during this week. And if you want to raise anything, then please go ahead. Okay, let me tell you then what I have to do this evening. I need to speak to Dan Profir again to get the first episode of Highway to Space onto the new TV station. That's great. It's ready-made, really good stuff, really interesting. And I really hope that we make some serious progress with Highway to Space to raise the profile of space, but also of Asgardia. That's one thing I have to do. The other thing I have to do is I have to do a little bit more preparation for the Asgardia Legislative Forum, which frankly was very important when it came to the process of speeding up the digital sitting. So just a little bit more work to do on that as well. The main thing is I just want to make sure that we're focused for the ALF, the Asgardia Legislative Forum, the digital sitting, and the Congress. Those are three big things happening in the next 6 weeks or so. And that's really all I had to say tonight, except to say that once Highway to the Stars is on that new station, we can share all the details of when it's going to be on. And you can watch that online all over the world with no restriction. Okay, nobody else has raised their hands. Do raise your hand while I'm saying this then, because I'm into any other business. If there's something that you would like us to discuss, if there's an idea you have for Asgardia, please let me know. Let's get in touch with Asgardia. You will find the website. And we are always welcoming new ideas. On top of that, what matters to us is that you join as a resident, which is €100 a year. That's the residency fee. By doing that, you're actually helping us establish humanity in space. I don't mean just having a spacecraft that goes round and round, but a habitation, a place to live, a home, which is permanent. You can be born there, live there, die there. And that could be in orbit, it could be on the moon, it could be on Mars, it could be in orbit around Mars. Wherever it is, that's our ultimate ambition. And you can be a part of that. And it costs you 100 euros a year to be a resident. That is an exciting opportunity. And I have seen all of the presentations happening in the the Asgardia Executive Congress. And this is inspirational. If we can do that, we can do what people are proposing. We will transform space, our place in it, and the quality of society inhabiting that space. We are the one and only organization in a really uniquely powerful international position to work in peace for all humankind to achieve those goals. So please consider joining. Just 100 euros a year. That's all you need to do. And then you can even start for this parliament. There's no limit to what you can do. Be a part of forming that highway to the stars. Okay, thank you. And thanks everyone for taking all my calls this week. I'm going to now get on with the other things. We got to 33 people, so that's when we get to 16, I'll close it down. I may have to call colleagues here again, but just remember we are on the way. We're on the way to space. And I really appreciate all that you're doing to make that a reality. Okay, thank you. We can close the broadcast. And oh, before we do, don't do it yet, Rebecca. Ariadne.
Chairman Lambert,
Yes.
I promise to you to write a tale with that title, Highway to Stars, because in your mind always appears, and that's a signal, I think.
I want that. I love to have that story from you. Thank you. You write that story and we'll find some way to get it going, get it up there, maybe to have it on the station even. It would be great because that's what we are trying to create, a highway to the stars. And one, not just for a few astronauts, but for humankind. We're not talking about having 30 people living on the moon. We're talking about having 3 million people living on the moon or on Mars. We will never overpopulate the universe, I don't think, even in 1 million years. But we are making that start, that pioneering start. And just imagine if in 1,000 years, Asgardia has formed the basis of how all those space societies live. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, we really can finish now. Thank you very much, Oho, and I'll see you next week.